Sometimes we don't play them in their entirety. If you'd like to check them out, feel free to do that. If you'd like to email us on air at therealnewsradio.com. In this last segment, if you would like to call in, you can call in. The phone number is 1-866-986-6397. New phone number. We're on the Liberty News Radio Network. So let me give you that number again. 1-866-986-6397. So I'd like to hear from our listeners. Something I wanted to mention was in the news this week. Schwarzenegger opens California Fair weeks ago, and had mentioned that campgrounds were full. Homeless people in their travels across the country, they were seeing more and more of it. But this was reported by Bloomberg. California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger said a makeshift tent city for the homeless that sprang up in the capital city of Sacramento will be shut down and its residents allowed to stay at the state fairgrounds. Schwarzenegger said he ordered the state facility known as Cal Expo to be used for 3 months to serve the 125 tent city residents, some of them displaced by the economic recession. The encampment may be shut down within a month, said Sacramento Mayor Kevin Johnson. The move comes after the Sacramento City Council last night agreed to spend $880,000 to expand homeless programs. Together with the local government and volunteers, we are taking a first step to ensure the people living in tent cities have a safe place to stay with fresh water, healthy conditions, and access to the services they need. Schwarzenegger said in a statement, "I am committed to working with the Mayor Johnson to find a permanent solution for those now living in tent cities." Brian, picture of things to come?
Yeah, it's just that, I had mentioned before, Detroit, $18,000 home values, and I was actually informed yesterday that that's been reduced to $10,000 average in Detroit.
Okay. We've got a caller. Go ahead. Well, no, that's a very good question. Ron Paul's been trying to get. Yeah, Ron Paul's been trying to get to the bottom of that. At least audit it to see if there's any gold there. There's some speculation that there may not even be any at this point. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know the answer to that. You got a comment, Ron?
No, I was just going to say the same thing as you. We don't even know if there's any in there anymore. I mean, who knows where it's actually at.
What's your opinion? Yeah, they shot some footage of it. Yeah, and they shot some footage of it. Sometimes History Channel, some of those will show that they opened up some of the segments of it. But I think it's very questionable because a lot of people may know, they may not. The Emergency Banking Act of 1933 made it illegal for Americans to even possess gold. They had to turn it in return for this fiat paper currency. And I, for one, for darn sure don't trust that the government hadn't looted the gold in Fort Knox.
What was the story, Farron, you had read about Iran?
We might owe it to China. It might be China's gold. Well, we appreciate you calling. Is there anything else you'd like to add today? Where are you calling from today, ma'am? Okay, great. Hey, we appreciate you calling, and feel free to call back anytime. All right, we'll do a little looking into it, see what we can come up with. Thank you. Again, our phone number is 1-866-986-6397. If you'd like to call in, we're going to take phone calls till top of the hour. And
a sign of the times. Yesterday, the Wall Street Journal. Signs of stress, fraud on the roadside. More vehicles burned, ditched, and apparent schemes by owners to get insurance payout. Police Detective Mark McKenzie drove 55 miles into the desert Sunday to inspect the charred remains of a formerly silver Ford Expedition. Later he sat in a kitchen on the city's south side where a 19-year-old man confessed to torching his girlfriend's Chrysler PT Cruiser. At noon Monday, Mr. McKenzie was picking through the smashed windshield of a 2008 Land Rover in a desert canyon. His police radio crackled as he worked. Another car was spotted burning southwest of the city. Years of no money down car loans followed by sinking home values and rising unemployment has made many people desperate over their car payments they can no longer afford. For some reason, the answer is to ditch the car, report it stolen, and collect insurance money to pay it off without hurting their credit. Authorities reported a growing number of cars dumped in the Great Lakes, burned along remote New Jersey roadsides, and driven into canals in California. The phenomenon is acute in Las Vegas, where sharp declines in tourism and construction have left thousands of workers unemployed and broke. Mr. McKenzie, a burly 38-year-old detective wearing jeans, dusty work boots, and a 2-day stubble, touted up his day's work. 4 cars burned or wrecked within 24 hours. Insurance fraud, he concluded. Lots of desperate people out there. As a member of the Las Vegas Department's Auto Theft Unit, Mr. McKenzie is on the front lines of a phenomenon that police departments and insurance companies worry could be burning out of control. The economy is stretching people to the breaking point, and some of them are willing to risk criminal conviction, said James Quiggle, a spokesman for the Coalition Against Insurance Fraud, an industry backup group. They look at this as their own